flashlight is on.
No, that's no. Get out of here. What the heck did you do?
Whatever. Just go. Let's just go.
Telling you, GoPro. GoPro fix all this.
I think I'm gonna go with one of them 360s. And now the camera's not straight. The phone's not straight.
Lord. We can build hot rods and
We can't make a damn phone work. Now we're this way. Now we gotta get closer.
Oh. Good. Bring out all the weirdos.
It does. Ask Mom. The last time we did it this way, we had 10,000 people pop in and pop out, and they were putting in outlandish stuff on in the chat.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right. So are we live?
Yes, you are.
All right. Can you guys hear me?
I think we've been live this whole time.
I know we have. I know. I'm telling you what, this doesn't do. I mean, just getting it working doesn't do nothing but piss me off.
Yeah, I was gonna say you build a small block all day long, give them a phone, and it's like asinine.
Yeah, it's like pulling teeth. It's oh god. Ugh. Okay.
That's what I'm saying. We just need to get a camera.
Yeah,
You know, like
I know.
a legitimate camera.
But we have a legitimate camera. We just don't hook it up to the internet. You have to have a phone, a tablet, a laptop, to be able to do this.
A phone, tablet, laptop for what? Oh, to do lives?
To do lives. Yeah.
Gross.
I know it's gross. I know. It's a complete pain in the butt. Okay. Well, we're here, and the flashlight for the phone is turned on, and we can't turn it off. So I'm gonna have a headache for the time this one's over. Okay. The question I have, the reason I wanted you guys to come in tonight is that I am going to start a podcast, Uncle Buck's Old School Podcast, and I'm gonna do it on the side and post them on Fridays. And I'm wondering if you guys would check them out if I started a podcast about everything going on in the racing industry, in the car industry, everything that we're watching all the news about, all the kind of stuff, because I got a little bit of an inside track, with Scuttlebutt about the thing. So, and
Probably Scuttlebutt.
No, about the Scuttlebutt.
Oh.
Do you know what Scuttlebutt means?
Yeah, but I don't think we're talking about the same thing.
Gossip about what's going on in the industry.
See, a Scuttlebutt to me is something you drink water from. Scuttlebutt.
Okay.
That's a Navy term.
That's why I don't understand what it is. It's a Navy term.
Navy term.
Okay.
Yeah, Scuttlebutt is your basically water fountain.
Okay. I called that a bubbler.
I'm
old enough. It was called a bubbler.
Gotcha.
Water fountain bubbler. Anyways,
so when are you gonna put out your first podcast?
I'm hoping to have it up and running by Friday.
Cool.
Maybe a week from Friday, but I'm gonna put them out on Fridays. Since the copy of this I'll put out on Thursday, and I'll probably do that on Friday. Put that out on Fridays. But it's actually I'm actually gonna start a new channel, Uncle Buck's Old School Podcast channel. So I'm gonna need you guys to kind of scoot over there whenever I get it up and running, and join up so that you guys can watch. I'm gonna do almost like a news thing. I'm gonna try. That's what I'm trying to set up about information about the car community. Because of what I do, I get all kinds of stuff off TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. I get all kinds of news about everything going on in the car community, whether it's new, old, whatever it is, legal stuff.
Be your one-stop shop for everything racing.
Cars.
About cars, yeah.
He said Mopars.
Mopars, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
You know, like right now, all they're talking about right now is how all the dealerships are going to drop all their prices by 30%. You know, things like that. You know, things that come across everybody's feed. You know, just like a weekly update news kind of thing for the car community. Information about PRI, information about SEMA, things like that. Because I know you guys want to do car builds and engines and heads and all that kind of good stuff, bodywork and everything, but there's a lot of information that I get on my feeds on a daily basis about more things about the industry. So anyway, so it's going to be called Uncle Buck's Old School Podcast, and I'm hope to have it up and running maybe by Friday, hopefully by next, but for sure by next Friday. So yep, so that one, keep a lookout for that one. I'll send out a post on this channel about when it goes up so that you guys can sign up and see if you like it and share it around. And let me see.
Oh, they were Judy and Michael were asking, did you have a good lunch date with Wyatt, John, and Presley today?
Yes, I did. I had sushi today. Yes, I did. This one don't like sushi.
You got the sushi.
That one don't like sushi, but me and Presley like sushi, and John and Wyatt love, I don't know where they get them, but they get these grapes that are like the best grapes I ever had in my life at this place. I don't know where they get them, but John and Wyatt love them, and they just with the grapes and the chicken and the rice and everything. Yeah, they had a good time. We had a good lunch. Because these two don't like sushi.
Yeah, I ate it in the mainland. I ate it in Japan, and I still didn't like it. I feel like if I didn't like it in Japan, I'm not gonna like it anywhere else.
No, well, you ain't had it here.
Doesn't matter.
How you know until you try?
I had it in the motherland.
Yeah. I had to go get him from work today because he took his mama's car because her brake booster went out, and we didn't know it was out till this afternoon, and so I had to go get him from work today.
Master cylinder, not the booster.
Master cylinder, okay. So, mom's car, we'll have to go get it tomorrow.
Yeah. Everybody's experienced it. You hit the brake pedal and just breathe to the firewall.
Yep. So, part's on its way. Have it fixed tomorrow.
Yep. Yep.
But
by the way, if you're a Ford engineer and you're watching this live, why? Why?
Well, Ford engineers, car engineers, they don't like to get on stuff like this because they're going to get called out on all their bullshit.
I'm telling you right now, it's bullshit.
I'm telling you, if engineers had to do a year in a shop, working on cars, they would design them different. They would. You know, them guys, you know, I worked with engineers in the steel industry, and they might be book smart, but they don't have any common sense at all.
Okay, can you give a price estimate of C10s for each generation, one being okay condition, another being good?
So where you want to start? You want to start like 68 to 72, 73 to 86, OBS, you know, new style. What are you talking about? What do you want to know? You want to know what I would pay or what you think a good price is? And it depends. Yeah, you're right. Depends on the condition.
Condition and where you're at. Where you're getting them
plus
at.
you're also talking about crew cabs as opposed to single cabs. You're talking about long beds as opposed to short beds. You're talking about 3/4 tons as opposed to 1 tons or half tons. You know, 2.5 tons.
Yeah, C10s of the OBS. Yes.
OBS?
Uh-huh.
Okay, OBS.
Short bed.
Short bed, OBS, single cab. If it's not ever took a good hit, I would say short bed, 2-wheel drive, 2,500 to 3,500, because they're going to have 300,000 miles on them, just like his truck. And top end, if they're low, if it's been redone, if it's been modified at all, 5 to 6. If you don't have to do a lot of work. And basket case, $1,000, and build it the way you want it.
So there's for a while you can touch. Most common one is your extended cab short beds.
Yeah.
and they're going right now. If it's running, driving, and shifting and everything, you can't touch one for less than $4,000.
That's about right. 35. I was gonna say 35, 4,000. If it's running, driving, and everything works on it, like the windows still all work, you know.
Now, if you find one that the cruise control module actually works on it, I'm gonna tell you right now, you're gonna pay a pretty penny for that one.
Well, them motherboards ain't that expensive.
No, I know, but still.
But yeah, the 99 to the 99 to 06s with the LS motors in them, if you can find 240, 250,000 miles, they're not OBS, they're the new body style, but they're still pretty close, and they're 45 to 5,000 for a good solid one. But it depends on where you live too. If you're up north, Michigan, Minnesota, East Coast, saltwater, you better get underneath it with a fine-tooth comb. But down here in the south, I mean, they stay pretty solid. I mean, we don't have salt on the roads down here at all. I mean, we might get ice once in a while, like once every 2 years, but they don't have any kind of corrosion issues they have up East Coast, West Coast, or in the Gulf.
I have $1 million question for everybody in the live. If you were to buy shocks, I'm not talking about your everyday shocks. Like, if you were going to buy a performance shock, what brand would you use? What is your go-to?
Well,
brand?
it also depends on the usage. Also,
Well,
okay,
well,
so
then
narrow
just
that
leave
down a little bit.
Well, no, just leave it like it is. You know, the crawler guys have a different specific brand.
Yeah, if I have,
Dragster's got a specific brand. Guys that want heavy duty stuff.
yeah, I know you're leaving that way open.
Yeah. What's the go-to? What does everybody like? Because I know you have an industry standard of Moogs and Fox Shocks and Bilsteins or whatever, but there's so much out there for all these different uses.
Well, okay, I will say that my go-to was competition engineering stuff because I was drag racing. But and then after that, it was Edelbrock. Edelbrock came out with really good shocks back in the day, but Edelbrock's not owned by Edelbrock anymore. Edelbrock's owned by a bunch of corporate guys. So I don't know if the the quality is still there because but when back in the early 2000s and late 1990s and early 2000s when they came out with their line of shocks, they were top of the line. Edelbrock, I mean, the family, they didn't do nothing but they tried to make as good a product as they could, American made, right? And they were dynamite shocks, but they're not owned by them. They're owned by the bean counters now and corporate. So I don't know if they're, but right now for like buying shocks for the Mustang, buying shocks for Bama and everything, it's going to be, the better brand or the second tier brand from O'Reilly's or AutoZone or whatever, like we got on it.
People say Joni's.
Yeah.
Bilstein.
Yep.
Bilstein.
I'm a Bilstein fan.
Coney.
What?
Coney.
Yeah.
Yeah, Coney's. I'm a Bilstein fan. I like their 5100 series for like your medium light duty trucks. They're untouchable. That and like a Monroe with a helper spring.
Fox.
We put a set of those on my truck.
Fox shocks?
Yeah, the extra spring shocks, and they make a huge difference towing.
No, the ones we got you were.
They were the
Monroes.
Yeah, but they're dynamite. They worked really good.
They're Monroes.
Them extra, the ones that helper springs on them for load springs. Yeah, those work really well, especially towing.
I have a 1976 Silverado with the 454 step side Cali bed. I paid $7,500 from the original owner. Fair condition, just surfaced rust on the paint.
Nice. That's
Heck
nice. We sold the first truck for $7,500.
Yeah.
Yep.
Text. And he said he'd never sell it.
Well, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, they're just commodities. I mean, I don't know about Bamalam. I'm really getting kind of attached to Bamalam.
What's the first upgrade you would recommend on my 350 in my 71 Impala?
Exhaust, headers and exhaust. And you can build from there. As long as it's breathing good. you're going to see just a set of headers and dual exhausts on it. You're going to gain power.
True duals.
True duals. Yeah, you can do a crossover pipe if you want to for the even them out and everything, but I never did. But if it was me, first things first, headers and exhaust.
Project Headquarters says we ran Bilsteins on Cole's race car. We are switching to Diggs Performance for this upcoming year.
Yeah.
Yep.
Diggs are starting to. They kind of revamped their shocks once Bilsteins came out with their remodel, and Bilsteins have been kicking it out of the park. They're coming back.
But it's like anything else. It's you can get a good, decent shock absorber for a decent price, or you can buy a Cadillac, or you can buy a Mercedes. I mean, it's like anything else. There's as long as whatever your pocketbook is, what you're into, you can pull it off.
It's coming from the guy who wants QA1 suspension.
No, I want QA1 to sponsor a build and give me suspension.
Twisted.
Long or short headers?
Shorties.
No. Okay, the only reason I would run shorties if it was lowered to the ground and you can run a pop can underneath it. That's the only reason I run shorties, not on a square body. Run long.
Impala?
Oh, on the Impala. Still, I know. No, I would still. I would still do
lower. Jesus.
Well,
how much lower?
I'm just thinking truck. But no, I mean, there's nothing cooler looking than headers hanging down underneath the suspension. I mean, I had a '73 Monte Carlo, and I had Headmans on it for years and never scruffed them once.
What was that? What was that set of heads that we found on that 350? The twisted up, janky turds.
Oh, I don't remember.
Yeah,
I know what you're talking about.
Project Headquarters says I'm liking the ones that Summit sells for lifted trucks. I'm not sure what makes them for Summit, but price seems good.
I think Summit and Flowtech and Speedway, I think they all get made by the same producer.
I think they're
I'm talking about the headers.
Well, he's talking. Project Headquarters is.
Are we talking about headers right now?
I think.
Or are we still talking about shocks?
Headers.
No, no. The Summit brands,
I think.
Flowtechs, and Speedways, I think they're all made by the same manufacturer. So they're all going to hang about the same. Now, like headers are going to hang down past the cross member. It's going to. I mean, a couple of inches, especially on a car. But I mean, like I said, I ran 9 years with a set of Headmans on a '73 Monte Carlo. Never scuffed them once. They were pristine. You really got to do some heavy. You got to try real hard to scrape them. But long tubes are always going to outperform shorties. It's just they flow better.
I just like the sound of a shorty. It's a little deeper. And it doesn't carry the sound as much, so it just widens out.
Well, it's just all a matter of what you're into. I mean, he asked about performance. What would be the first thing that I did? Would be long tube headers and either turbos or Flowmasters or something like that.
Honestly,
with 2.5-inch exhaust. Yeah.
Honestly, I feel like
that's the foundation you could build everything around.
I feel like a port job would be a good place to start too.
Well, I mean, no. First things first. Before you pull anything off, exhaust, headers, exhaust, and a tune-up, and then work from there. Then you can change out the intake. Then you can put a carburetor. Then you can do this. Then you can do that. But if it was me doing it, first thing's exhaust, and that's basically the first thing I did on Bamalam was bought the headers. And boy, let me tell you, when you crack that thing off in the new shop, it's freaking loud. It's like it bounces off them steel walls and just, oh my goodness, it'll rattle your teeth when now it's inside the new shop, and even with the door open, it will rattle your teeth. I mean, that sound bounces off every wall and every corner.
Larry
okay.
says hello.
Oh, hello, Larry.
Hi, Larry.
But I did have a very cool thing show up today. I don't know, Mike Clark, if you're watching, my brother from another mother, he sent me a 6-pack of spray foam today. I mean, a 12-pack of spray foam, a whole case of it with the gun and the cleaner and the whole 9 yards, because he come down to see the new shop, drove a couple hours to come see me, and we walked around and talked and everything, and we were talking about all the little corners and everything, and he sent me a whole case of spray foam for all the little nooks and crannies in the new shop to airtight it. So that's what we might be doing that this weekend on the ladder.
Yeah, you can do that.
Mom will hold the ladder for me. I'll do it. Because he
Because
got me the one that the can screws in from the top, and the handle's down here and the trigger, so it's sitting upside down, and it also has the can with the cleaner to clean the gun after you're done. Which I'm hoping once I get started, I'm hoping to do everything I can reach with the big ladder.
So what about tri-Y headers?
Never been a big fan. I mean, it's
know what those are.
okay. They're tri-Y is like if I'm remembering correctly, tri-Y started out with like straight 6s. It's 3 into 1, 2
Oh,
tubes
is it
into
like
one.
is it like the weird stockies? Like all rope into one and then one goes out?
Kind of like that, yeah.
Okay.
But it's like 2 tubes and then 2 tubes and 2 tubes are all connected into a connector, and then they're out. If I'm remembering tri-wise. Boy, I ain't heard that word in 30 freaking years.
We Google that.
So, and 2 little boys are here.
Hi, John. Hi,
Presley.
Wyatt.
Hello.
Hi, Presley. I'm still full. I mean, I couldn't hardly eat supper tonight. I'm still full from lunch. Tri-Y headers.
Okay. I cut the exhaust off my 454 C10, put Patriot long headers, titanium wrapped them. I turned it on, and it was the loudest thing ever.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's the style of header I was
On a
literally talking about.
Oh, okay.
On the V8
Made
350.
starter.
Yeah, no, I'm telling you what, open headers in the new shop, it was the 350. Oh, it'll blow your eardrums out. I mean, just idling, it'll rattle your teeth. I mean, yeah, she's thumping. We still need prayers for Santana for B&A Engine Works. They still ain't found Gabe. Still ain't found their dog. But the word's getting out because the local news channel just did an interview with them, and they're trying to get word out to try to find Gabriel. So I mean, he's chipped and everything, but they didn't have a pod on. What's it called? Apple pod?
AirPod.
AirPod. They didn't have an AirPod on him, but he's chipped. So hopefully we'll have. It's been almost 3 weeks, and hopefully we'll have a little bit of somebody. Everybody needs their prayers for
Favorite muffler to use?
Flowmaster.
Flowmaster Delta 10s. Gotta be specific.
I'm a Flowmaster 40. He's a Delta 10. We put. I mean, I'm telling you, his truck sounds awesome with the Flowmaster we welded on it, and I'm thinking about doing the same thing once I get the lift in, putting it up and just yanking it off and just putting a nice 40 series Flowmaster on it with a dump, because his it sounds great. I hear it every morning when he starts up and goes to work, and it sounds awesome. But I'm a little bit deeper. I mean, but I'm the age where when they first come out, they were the shit. Flowmaster took over the world there for a while because nobody thought about doing it. Now, I've had a lot of friends in the drag racing industry that take a couple pieces of metal and a couple pieces of pipe and make it a hollow Flowmaster. There's no muffler involved. It's just header, collector, fake Flowmaster, and a dump. So it'd be legal for the drag strip. I mean, there's no restriction, no baffles in it or nothing. But I'm a Flowmaster 40 guy from OG.
Okay. I have a pair on my Blazer with the 350 with the tri-Y headers. Better low end torque, V shorter header versus shorter
Yeah.
shorty
for
headers.
Shorties, yeah. Yeah.
40 series all the way. Flowmaster 40s are super loud.
Yeah. Love them.
Any problems with back pressure when you change out the header pipes, etc.?
Say that again.
Any problems
With back pressure.
with back pressure when you change out the headers pipes?
No.
If you go bigger.
No. No. I'm not. I've never been sold on the whole you got to have back pressure BS. I mean,
the airflow.
Yeah, for exhaust. Something about with the everything the X pipe or the crossover pipe and backflow and blah 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 blah. And I mean, I never got sold on that. I thought that was like the industry just got their heads together and said, okay, we need to figure out a way to sell more headers or sell more this or sell more that, and they come up with that idea. It's kind of like the sugar industry telling us that the sugar was that fats were bad for us and sugar was the best way to go. I mean, I really think that there was a time in the late 80s, early 90s, they all got their heads together and said, we need to sell more parts. What can we flam the public over?
I got you. Well, let me put a little tech tip in there for you too. Back pressure means misfire.
There you go. So okay. So if they're misfiring, you're selling more plugs. You're selling more wires. You're selling more stuff. If you can convince the public you got to do something to make it run better, when it's not really necessary, you sell more parts.
That's why they sell this thing called a back pressure gauge, and it screws into the OBD or like a O2 sensor port.
Mm-hmm.
And you read the pressure off of that, and that'll tell you if you have a misfire or not. If your needles are jumping.
John says, I installed Flowmaster with dual exhaust pipes. 30s are great too on my dad's truck.
I don't know what it is, but that Delta Series 10 was perfect.
It does sound great. It does sound great, but
exactly what I wanted. It wasn't something too loud.
It's a little rattly.
Super 10s sound good.
But I mean, I'm just OG. That's just what it is.
I got a Delta 10,
you get old enough, you like what you like. You end up liking what you like. And I like 40 series. I mean, that's what I cut my teeth on, and that's what I put on pretty much everything I run since the mid 80s when they first come out. And so, I mean, they were on the race car, they were on pretty much everything I run except for, and that's what I'll put on the daily. Once I get it up on the lift, I'll put a 40 on it with a dump.
Larry says it has more to do with the scavenging than the back pressure.
Yeah, that one I agree with. I never did buy into the back pressure BS.
Dream wheels and stance on C10s.
Dream wheels? Well, there I go. I'll go old school again. I'm going to go 15s or 16s with something like I don't know if you guys remember the old just the plain aluminum wheels. I mean, just plain solid aluminum wheels. But the ones that I liked were the ones that had little small holes around the whole circumference, little small holes. Those were from the 80s. Those were my favorite. Now I did. Of course, when they first come out, I did wagon wheels on pickup trucks. I did chrome mods on hot rods. When they first come out, they were hot in the early 80s. But then when the aluminum stuff started coming on heavy, the no name 15 by 8s, 15 by 10s, aluminum with the little holes around the whole center. The small ones, yeah, that was my jam.
I'm a Method man. I like Method wheels. There's a company out there. Since you let me look like I don't know what you're talking about. There's a company brand called Method. They make a bunch of different sizes: 15s, 16s, 17s, 18s, all the way up to like 24s.
Yeah,
whatever. But I love the way their wheels look. It's the matte look. It's matte. It's not gloss. It's not chrome. It's just a solid looking rim. They're made out of steel. They're not made out of aluminum. They're about as modern, old school as you can get for me. And then they have a flashy side too, but I like their simple, the simple.
And I may be showing my age, but I was at the gas station a couple of years ago, and I had a guy come through with a 70 model, and it had 28s or 30s on it. And I asked him, because he had on a trailer. He was going to a car show in Oklahoma City, and he was traveling eight hours to get there, right, to the car show. And it was slick. I mean, you knew they had spent money, okay? And it had that much tire and that much wheel, and it was that deep. And it was, you could comb your hair in it, but I ain't got no hair, you know, in the finish. And I'm like, well, how much does a set of those cost? And he said $12,000 for wheels and tires. Do you know how much of a hot rod I could build for $12,000? And we're talking about just the wheels, not the airbag suspension and all the framework and all that, you know. I mean, that one, I don't get that. I know the biggest and best and greatest, latest thing, you know, and everything, but when half the wheel is tucked up underneath the fender and you can't see it, if it's not an old 70s Cadillac, I don't want to see that shit. It's just not. No, I like rather have a 295 50R 15 on a 10-inch wheel with a bunch of meat shoved up underneath the fender, you know, and it looked like a hot rod instead of some kind of trailer queen. You know, if I spend $12,000 a set of reels, tires and wheels, I'd be afraid to park it and drive to Walmart.
Factory rallies are hard to beat, especially 4x4 half ton.
Yeah, and I got factory rally 15x8s on Bamalam right now with 275 60s on them, and they're just the stance is perfect. You know, nice big meaty wheels, all four tires. You can rotate them, you know, and they're steel and they're solid, you know. And even if you hit them with a curb, they're not going to bend, you know. I mean,
what do you think about lowriders?
Not a fan.
Okay, and
okay. Let me just go. I've got nothing against anybody in the car community. It's just not my thing. Okay, it's not my thing. I like hot rods. You know, I like daily drivers. Something that you get in, turn the key on, and go and have fun with. You know, anything can be taken over the top. I feel, you know, I could take stuff over the top if I wanted to, but I would rather enjoy them than, you know, I mean, I could sit down and talk with a four-wheel driver, me, a hot rodder, a low rider, you know, whatever, the guy that's doing the you know, drifter, whatever it is, NASCAR, NHRA, whatever. We can all have a conversation. Low riders is just not my thing.
A 79 Trans Am T-top with the 454 Plum Crazy Dodge paint with a metallic blue-black eagle on some
Summit.
No, Boston black 4-spoke rims is my dream car.
I like. I am a rubber nose 73 to 81 Camaro and Firebird fan. That's my go-to car. First gen Camaros, I mean, I would love to own one someday, but it's not my thing. I mean, I cut my teeth in the 70s, and when we moved down here in 79, everybody had a Firebird or Camaro, and everybody had air shocks, and everybody had Kragers with tires on the backside like this, you know, sticking out the fenders because you had to have the air shocks to get them to fit. But that's what I grew up on, so that's what I like. And no, I love Camaros and Firebirds, second gen Camaros and Firebirds. You know,
you got a gift of $10.
Thank you very much. Who's it from?
Patent a Bunker 5340.
Thank you very, very much. I appreciate that very, very much. Very, very much. Oh, since you're here and you're watching, if you haven't done it yet, smash the like button, hit that like button. If you haven't done it yet, subscribe And in the comments down below, give me ideas for next week's topic for the lives. Because even though I'm going to start doing the podcast on a separate channel, I'm still going to do this. But I've decided I'm never ever going to do membership, so this is always going to be free. So we can just sit around and one of these days we're going to build a fire and have the live around the fire. We got a big pile of wood in the scrap bin right now. We do the fire.
Yeah, just have a good old fashioned campfire.
Low pro tire ride like shit anyway.
Like skateboards. Yeah.
What's your dream motorcycle?
I don't have a dream motorcycle. Two wheels scare. Okay. There's two places that speed scare me. On the water and on two wheels. Okay. I'm not a big fan of them. I mean, I had them, dirt bikes, mini bikes, everything growing up on the farm. I did them. But for me to I've had way too many friends get T-boned or get run over on their motorcycles just driving around having for a nice day. All right. And the only time I was ever in the floorboard or something screaming for somebody to stop was in a jet boat with a big block with a blower. And I'm sorry, speed on the water scares the shit out of me. I mean, I was crying I was a grown man crying like a baby, just screaming for him to stop.
Okay.
I mean, it's something unnerving about being on the water.
I want a Pan America. And most guys are like,
is that the ones with two in the front and one in the back?
No. Pan Americas are like basically adventure bikes. So they're like dirt bikes on steroids.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay,
so you're sitting up tall and like some guys are like electric guys, street glides, Danas. You got your soft tail, hard tail guys. You know,
his wife Presley, she got a
Sportster. She's got an 883 Ironhead 2018 model. You know, very very new. But mine is she likes the Sportster, but she's like it's not.
Well, it's because her dad rode.
Well, yeah, her dad rode a lot, and the Sportsters are not comfy. They're not for long rides. They're for like to and from work kind of rides. But I feel like get this bike paid off. I bet you if she starts getting into riding, the boys get a little older, and she gets back into riding. If I was to bet money,
or grandma and grandpa decided to babysit a lot.
If I was to bet money, I bet she'd go into like a street glide, something a little bit bigger, a little bit nicer, like more of a cruiser. But me, I'm a Pan American guy. I love the way they look. I love the versatility of them.
He likes being in the woods.
So,
454 big block or LS motor?
454.
No.
I knew that was coming.
House divided on this.
Okay. I'm going to say it this way. If you see an LS show up on this channel, it's to be build one for a replacement for his truck. That's the only reason I ever have one in the house. Okay, I got no want or reason or anything to go LS at all. You know, I mean, I made a deal. I've got at least parts for 3 different big blocks. All right, and I've got another set of parts for another small block, which I'm going to finish this one up here in a couple of months, in probably a couple of weeks. But no, I am not an LS guy. I love my LS and my 09. I love it, but I will. If we build one, it'll be for him. Strictly just for him. And then we're going right back to the small blocks and big blocks. I am old school how to. It's what I know. That's what I like.
I'm just saying, when the new motor shows up, it'll be like in a short block, and we're going to build that up, and then we're just going to yank the motor out.
It'll be a weekender.
Swap, yeah.
And we'll get you guys involved in that and everything. But, I mean, he's got, how many, 300, what? 303,000 miles on his truck, and it still runs like a top. I mean, we had to replace the fuel pump on it a month ago.
Yep,
that was fun.
That was the best 300 pounds I tried to man up.
Oh yeah, so we decided it took 4 or 5 gallon buckets to dump that gas tank to get it back up because we tried to manhandle it. We was like, no, F this.
Yeah. Kirk says, I appreciate your guys' opinion. I tuned two-stroke motorcycle engines So obviously you know how important the exhaust is in the expansion chamber.
Expansion chamber,
There
yeah.
are tiny similarities on a four strokes physics.
Yeah, it's physics.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is physics. Yeah, expansion chambers. Yeah, and you know, I mean,
I think it was my favorite. That was my favorite part of like going over to Parker's house.
yeah,
Because Parker had like a bunch of old like YZ250s
Yeah.
and CR250s and 150s and 125s. And that's
Yeah.
where I got my love for anything on two wheels, because we would absolutely wrap the crap out of a YZ250.
yep. And then they would camp out overnight next to the river, and they'd drink themselves into a stupor for the next morning.
Larry says I still have air shocks on my 41 Chevy.
There was nothing wrong with air shocks. I mean, they work great. I mean, I've used them. I've had pulled in lots of cars back in the day, stripping stuff out, you know, selling stuff off on eBay. Air shocks galore. I mean, it was a 70s and 80s thing, but I mean, there's nothing wrong with them. They work.
One says, let's talk engines, ignitions next, chat. MSD versus points versus coil pack, etc. How to use and when.
Done. We can do it. We can do. Yeah.
Oh.
Another one says big block versus LS.
Big block.
6.0.
Big block all the way.
So
They're saying it's talking points.
Oh,
Yeah.
big block for his LS.
Yeah.
So what do you want us to put the boxing gloves on and just see who comes out ahead?
well, I'll give up before the bell even rings. I'm gonna fight my dad.
Nah.
I want to win. He has to win.
You gotta make sure.
Fight dirty.
You gotta make sure that they still respect you, even with they.
E-bikes super fun.
What?
E-bikes, yeah.
E-bikes.
Yeah, they're pretty fun.
I thought about getting one if we decide to go if we decide to go serious to the drag strip on a regular basis. I thought about getting one.
So, well, you have a bunch of different types, like
Yeah, just a pit bike.
like a pit bike. Those are cool. Now, I think it's Honda. Honda just came out with a full electric motorcycle, and
Good
this
Lord.
thing is weird. Like, it's really, really weird. It's like there's no clutch, there's no shifting, no nothing. You just get on it, hit the power button, and go.
Sounds like a moped.
It's pretty much, but it'll do 150 miles an hour.
Ugh.
Yeah.
See that? No,
Yeah,
it's
it's
not.
weird.
Not for me.
And crawl feature, that's weird. You just hit a button and it'll walk itself.
Hmm.
That's yeah.
Softail Slim. Let's see.
The soft,
CBR all day, every day. Speed on two wheels is my high.
once you and you ask any guy that's ever ridden on two wheels that love it, like, you either love it or you hate it. There's no in between. There's not a guy out there that's like, I could go ride today. No,
You're all in. You're either one way or the other.
Yeah.
There's no in between.
Yeah, there's
There is no in between.
Agree, Magellan. 454 all day.
All day.
6'2".
Now, okay, let me preface that. Okay, I will say a big block with aftermarket aluminum heads all day long. All day long. All day long. Of course, you're 6'2", all day long.
I'm talking about 451.
I'm talking about naturally aspirated. I'm not about putting a turbo on it or a supercharger on it or anything. I'm talking about naturally aspirated. A 454 board 30 with aftermarket aluminum heads on it will make more power than your 6.0.
Okay, are we talking bore for bore, head for head?
I'm talking about you take a carbureted LS 6.0 and a carbureted 454 with aftermarket aluminum heads.
Oh, so you're basing your whole argument over the fact that your big block has aftermarket heads, not stock heads. But then you're gonna put an LS.
Okay, then take your
stock
5,
heads.
take your 6.0 and put iron heads on it.
Okay.
With a carburetor, the big block will do better.
Lord, like you're. I'm gonna pick a fight, but you're gonna have a gun. You're gonna have a knife, and I'm gonna have a gun. Like,
I'm sorry. The torque value of the big block is going to blow that 6.2.
I'm not saying
6.0 out of the water.
I'm not saying the big blocks don't have. You know what I mean? They're not.
I think you're just trying to pick a fight.
I'm not trying to pick a fight. You're the one over here saying putting a big block up against a small block.
Well, it doesn't.
6.0 is a small block still.
It's 400 plus cubic inches. That's anything over 400 is not a small block anymore.
Oh, really?
Unless you stroke it out, like they
Really?
make 432, 434.
What about the Chevy 400 small block, huh?
Chevy 4 small block. Yeah, anything over 400 is not a small block anymore. Even though there's a 396 big block and a 427 big block and 502 big block,
So
and if you buy an aftermarket block and you put a 4.5 inch bore on it, then you got a 540.
Biggest advice for a young mechanic that wants to open up a shop.
Do 5 years in the business and learn how to do paperwork.
Damn. Look,
Look.
368.
Learn how to do paperwork.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
Yeah, because
okay. So that's pretty much my topic. My bad. So if you're trying to get into the business as a starter, young guy, get your foot in the door by learning the basics.
at a dealership, at a big shop.
Not at a dealership. You don't have to do it at a dealership. You don't have to do it anywhere. They like to see credentials. They like to see certificates. They like to see your Skill USA scores and all that. But what will set you apart in the long run is your knowledge base of working around a car. Because everybody on paper can put, because when you go to apply for a job, anybody and everybody puts anything on a resume to get whoever's hiring his attention.
Yeah.
And then when they show up, it's, oh, well, I don't know how to do that, or I don't know how to do, I don't have experience doing that, and I don't like doing that, and this, that, and the third, and you just got to do it for the love of the, you get, there's a quote I heard like 2 weeks ago, and I love it, and it was, you got to learn to play for the love of the game, not the points.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
So when you're working on cars,
I get that.
When you're working on cars, it's not to do cool things. You got to do it because you love it, not because it's a lot of money.
Right. You're not doing it for the money.
Yeah.
Okay. Now this is the thing, is that he spent summers and weekends with me his whole life in the garage. What I used to do is I used to take Camaros and Firebirds and pull them out of the weeds for $300, $400, $500, take them apart all the way down to the frame, right, and clean them, paint them, sell them off on eBay. That's what I used to do for a side hustle, all right, to finance the drag racing. So he spent 8 years old, 9 years old.
I was like 7.
Yeah,
like
I mean, him and my daughter spent summers and weekends, everything in the garage with me, learning how to turn wrenches, okay, on the old stuff, So him, and that's why he turned into such a hand and such a go-to guy in the Navy, because he had common sense, because he had spent time in the garage, elbow deep, grease head to toe, tearing stuff apart, and learn how to put it back together again. Okay. When you went to Georgia, how many guys do you think had spent that kind of time with all the guys who were in the class for the month? How many of those guys do you think had spent any kind of time like that, going old school and just growing up in it? 0. Exactly. And he said you could tell. He said, because some guys knew in the book how to do certain things. Some guys knew in the book how to do other things, but nobody knew how to do everything. Top of the class. Everything he did. Do we have questions? I'm sorry. We start rambling. But that's the whole thing. If you're well-rounded, you will go far. I know. I'm done. Go.
Are you sure?
I'm done.
Because I was fixing to say something and you just went off again. on the same
You
thing.
got to raise your hand. Teacher, teacher, teacher.
She, oh yeah.
Is that a promise?
No.
Dude, gonna get us canceled.
Okay, remember, guys. No matter how long we're turning wrenches, every day is a school day.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Wise man once told me,
Learn something new every day.
you're supposed to learn something new every day.
Every day. I learn something new every day.
Is there a difference on heater core size on a 76 Chevy Silverado?
Oh, Uncle Dave just went through this. He had to go through, I don't know if Dave, are you here? How many did you go through? 2 or 3? You had to go before you got the right heater core for the 78 model. I mean, it's like, I miss old school. I mean, he worked for a year at O'Reilly's. You know, he kind of learned ways around the system, and because he has common sense and he's been around it. But Uncle Dave went through 3 different heater cores, forgot the right one, and it still wasn't exactly right. You know, they kind of it's like they guesstimate what it should look like with the replacement stuff.
Well, when I worked at O'Reilly's, I was the only one that knew old school stuff.
Yeah,
I was the only one that knew. It's like guy come in and he'd talk about a 350 small block, and so everybody lean over the counter and go, "Ken,
yeah, no kidding, no
I
kidding.
need your help." I
Yeah.
come over, what's up? I'm looking for points. I'm like, oh, I got one. I know the part number to that. There you go.
Yeah.
I'll beat an LS with my 400 small block all day. It's like seeing father and son fight over a 454.
Yeah, no.
Why?
Because he knows the small block LS is nothing compared to a big block old school.
Why is everyone switching to LS then?
Because
It's a fad.
well, so that and everybody,
Monkey see, monkey do.
well, all the big name guys are starting to go LS because there for a while you can get LS parts for dirt cheap.
Well,
LS turned into like the small block of the 90s.
Yeah.
It like
2000s,
there were hundreds of thousands of them out there, and you can get parts anywhere for them. Nowadays, you can walk into any parts store and get parts for an LS, and everybody knows what you're talking about. The big thing is it's the name, it's the persona that has been given. I love them because that was like besides working on the small blocks and all, that was the first motor that made me think and made me have to like use my brain to work on, and that's what I fell in love with because I like a challenge. So that's why I'm an LS guy. Not because I was an LS guy before the big hype, but I was a big LS fan because I loved how they worked. I loved learning about them. I loved everything.
no, I got nothing against the platform. It's a dynamite platform. There are some shortcomings, you know, when it comes to head gaskets, things like that. If you put boost on them, things like that.
Yeah.
But when they first come out, it just wasn't what I was used to. And, you know, at that point, when they first hit 99 to 2005, I mean, I was already heavily entrenched in small block, big block, first gen. What? Go ahead.
Larry says, better be careful with your hand. Put it right back down where you don't want it. Me. You ding dong.
Oh, all right. Anyways, but I got nothing against an LS platform, but it's what I know is the first gen stuff. That's what I know. That's what I cut my teeth on. That's what I know. I know it inside and out. I know how to make power. I know how to make it last longer. I know how to, you know, have fun with it. There ain't nothing wrong with LS, but it is not the end all to be all, because now with the Hemi stuff coming out, now everybody's going off of the LSs going into the Hemis.
It's just a phase.
It's a phase. It's a yeah. I mean, but if you watch any of the like the Street Racing Channel, second gen, Old Man's Garage, they're all still doing first generation. They might be 540s. They might be 434 small blocks, but they're still first gen platforms. Okay, so even like Billy Hodgkins in Street Racing Channel, in the new car, he's got a 540 big block. In his Nova, he's got a 540 big block. In the S10, he's got a 430 odd cubic inch small block, first gen platform. Okay, now his little brother has an LS in a car, but the majority of their race vehicles are still first gen style big blocks and small blocks, and they're winning with them. Okay, I never bought the hype.
Have a turbo 350 and had a straight 6 put in a 305. My mechanic says the torque converter doesn't fit. I thought it was interchangeable.
They are.
Yeah, they are.
Your mechanic doesn't know what he's doing.
Okay.
He doesn't have it all the way engaged in.
Turbocharged, cheapest horsepower.
Pro Charger.
Nitrous is the cheapest horsepower. No matter what, even if it's on an LS motor, a nitrous kit is still the cheapest horsepower.
What's your thoughts on the Vortec 5.7 out of the early 2000s, late 90s?
They're great, but you have to go anything, say about past 430 lift, you've got to get them machined. You've got to get the spring perch machined down so that the valve keeper doesn't hit the guide. So you got to get a machine down.
Quick note too. That was the first generation LS.
Dave says the O'Reilly aluminum replacements are not a direct replacement.
Hell no.
No, yeah.
Fitment was iffy, but I got it to work. Later learned Summit sells the brass or copper direct replacements that I will use in the future.
I used to tell all the old school guys that used to come into O'Reilly's looking for specific stuff like heater cores, radiators, fittings, anything like that. Your best bet is to look online.
Summit or
if you're looking for if you're looking for a direct fitment, like the brass heater cores is a great example. If you're looking for 73 to 80 and it's not a brass, it's not gonna fit right.
Yeah. I had to tweak the last one I did too on BAMLM. It's got a aluminum heater core in it, and I had to play with it a little bit and kind of bend it up a little bit to get it to work.
I used to tell them all the time, if you can't find a brass one, it's not meant to be.
Yeah.
Unless you're willing to bend it out. And
speaking of Summit, remember, I still have the super link down below. If you guys are going to do any buying this winter for Christmas or whatever, go through the link. Help support channel.
It's after 9.
It's after 9. Grandma.
Before we go, I want to give a shout out to my boy Reed, who is at VTAP with me. He just texted me.
No, he did? Okay, cool.
He called me, what did he say?
Is he watching?
Yeah, he watched. He said, Mac hat ass boy. Wow.
He got me beanie. I mean,
fit.
Yeah, it probably fit the grandson better than it would fit me, but I got a big noggin. But
thanks for the chat, fellas. Thanks, guys.
Now remember, I want you guys' opinion. Put it down below say what do you think of the idea of the to doing a podcast, just a general industry information podcast.
Yep, and then next week we're going to talk ignition systems,
which I could already tell you what we're going to talk about that one.
MSD.
That's right. MSD is the only way to go.
Nah.
Only way to go. Have you had to block a bunch of people tonight?
A few.
A few? Okay. All right. I'm sorry about that.
Good night, guys.
Good night, guys.
Yeah.
And remember, like, share, and subscribe, smash the button, hit the bell, tell your friends. Y'all have a good day, because a good day today could be what?
Better day tomorrow.
That's right. He got it right this time. Y'all be good.
I'm looking on the dog.
Hi. What are you talking about?